You're ready to go. Outstand is your foe. Give your all or you'll fall. Now let's begin the show. Hello and welcome to round 4 of the Blue Moon Tournament. This is Mercury Wings as usual. In this match we have Virirrion on the left side versus Ryuzekia, shortened to Ryu, on the right side. So, I'm gonna wait for Virirrion and Ryu to choose their chips, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Virirrion has selected his chips. Looks like Ryu is still selecting his. And here we go. We got both of them going into Dust Cross. Trading shots, taking it slow. Looks like Virirrion does not want to use his Sanctuary until the end of the turn. Probably doesn't want to get his Holy Panels broken. Doesn't seem to have a whole lot of time left, and now he's going to start firing off that handful of chips he's got. Gets through 2 of the 4. So now we're going to see if he decides to hang on to those, or if he decides he wants to just go ahead and grab a new hand. Looks like we're seeing some T code from Virirrion. Not sure what we're seeing from Ryu, although the grass seed, that grass seed does suggest something brush fire related. Beer's gonna go ahead and go into Tomahawk Cross. Ryu's staying in Dust. Area Grass being traded. Virirrion gets his off first and it's gonna pop the anti-damage. And now Ryu is going to block the Circle Gun with a Life Bar. Still not gonna last long to a charged up Wood Dragon. And then the Heat Dragon is gonna deal some damage on top of that. So not a whole lot of damage going down, but it looks like Virirrion has several advantages. Having the Holy Panels, having Ryu's Life Bar down already, having the Trap up, all things that are working in Virirrion's favor. And then the anti-Navi to reverse Groundman SP. Groundman SP doing 390 damage, reversing that, making that anti-Navi worth essentially 780, which is actually a staggering amount, comparing favorably with most Giga chips. Another trap going up for Ryu, but the advantage does still look to be pretty solidly on Virirrion's side. Looks like he's going to queue up another Circle Gun, and we might see the difficulty, for lack of the best word, in staying in Dust Cross and defending it with a trap. If that Circle Gun that Virirrion has queued up connects, it's going to take out the cross, take out the trap, and that's exactly what happens. Not good for Ryu at all. Ryu is unfortunately able to get enough area to possibly move into Virirrion's Holy Panels. Not choosing to do so at the moment. Invis expires and he takes a Wood Dragon and goes down to 159 health. Situation not looking particularly good for Ryu. And Virirrion with the Holy Panels looks like it's going to go for the Holy Aura, which is going to be an exceedingly potent defense for this turn, and he's likely. Oh, there's the Destroy Pulse on the Aqua Cross. Fortunately for Virirrion, he did still have those Holy Panels, so that damage that could have been crippling was merely heavy. The Judgment gets thrown into the anti-Navi. The Judgment does not connect though, and Virirrion does get back his Holy Panels. Virirrion's still blind in the custom screen from that destroy pulse. Not knowing where Ryu is could affect his planning for this turn. But both the Tomahawk Man and the Tank Man are going to cover a lot of area and give Virirrion a pretty serious margin for error. Unfortunate for Ryu as his Wind Rat gets countered, and that means Virirrion is going to still have the life bar for the turn. Ryu goes on to hit the wrong color on Element Man, and that is going to be game 1 for Virirrion. That match did not go well for Ryu at all. Now he's got to put that out of his mind and realize that these are triple practices for a reason. If one game goes completely south, you still have the next game. So like I said, you just got to put this out of his mind and concentrate on what's in front of him rather than what's behind. Virirrion going for that life bar on the first turn. Ryu going into Tomahawk Cross. Area grabs getting traded. And Virirrion is going to counter that area grab with an Element Man. And that's going to decross Ryu. One of the advantages, particularly on the first turn of using your now use a time freeze counter, is it has the potential to get past. Well, it doesn't have just the potential. It does get past beat, which Ryu could have the potential to have. So if Ryu had beat and Virirrion just fired off the Element Man, it would have gotten stolen by beat. But since he used it in a time freeze counter, it didn't matter whether Ryu had beat or not. It was still going to go through. Virirrion's going to shuffle away that Mirror Monster that's not worth much while he has full health. And the air spin could possibly be a countermeasure to that life bar if indeed it does connect. Ryu does step on the air spin to keep it from spinning, keep it from becoming a pinwheel, but it is still wind element. It does get rid of the life bar. There's Tank Man SP getting countered by the Invis. And now, just going to trade a little bit of buster damage before going to custom. Virirrion cycling away some more chips with Dust Cross. And Dust Cross, it's one of the, I wouldn't say underutilized, but it's a lot of times players do not realize just what kind of an effect letting a Dust Cross stay around for a long time is. You get to, when you send those chips back, they end up at the back end of your folder, so when you get back to that point, the chips are in exactly the same order that you had them, so you get to effectively choose your chip order for the late game, assuming it gets that far. Not only that, just the hand fixing itself is quite a boon, just in the grand scheme of things. Just being able to get rid of chips you don't need and draw a couple of extra ones to just fix your hand is really powerful. Seems that as though Ryu has been listening to me, as he does indeed go into Dust Cross. Hopefully for Ryu's sake. I'm not sure if he intentionally baited that circle gun, but if he did, that was quite good. The weakness of circle gun, and of course I'm sure you know this, is that it doesn't hit the middle panels. So if you suspect your opponent's holding a circle gun, a lot of times what you're going to do is dance back and forth between the middle panel and the side panel and just get them to hit the button. But a lot of times they'll hit it too slow, and then the circle gun will just not hit anything. Those recovery 300s bring Ryu back into a good spot health-wise, but he still does not seem to be having much luck causing significant damage to Virirrion. Destroy Pulse only hitting an anti-damage, and despite the Destroy Pulse being used, Virirrion at 900 plus HP with the Sanctuary down is still in a fairly safe position. You have heard me say before, and rightly so, that no position is completely safe. But 900 HP, Sanctuary, a trap up, it does look pretty safe for Virirrion, not one of the more dangerous situations. The Last Man SP has other ideas, but that is going to run straight into the anti-damage. And there's the Dragon Parade to knock off about 500 more of Ryu's HP. And then the Rush right behind it. So we see another turn has passed and Virirrion is still at above 900 HP. We see only 7 chips on his custom screen right now, which means that Virirrion is coming close to the bottom of this folder. But he does still have, Muramasa does still have, what do you call it? Meteor Knuckle, so he does still have quite a bit of damage to deal. We see hits going down on Ryu through the trap he has queued up, so we know this is not anti-damage. A Tomahawk Swing just went down, so we know it's not Element Trap or Anti-Sword. We're probably looking at Anti-Navi, and Virirrion has probably realized this too and is not choosing that Navi chip that he has on his custom screen. With the white cap, the Meteor Knuckle will not cause Ryu to flash for hits, and if that's the case, well, it turns out not to matter because it does get 2 hits and bring Ryu's health down to 0 through the undershirt. So that's going to be victory for Virirrion. 2 games to nothing. Good games to both players, and I thank you all for watching. Mercury Wings out.